My child, why have you summoned me?
Great Spirit of the Forest. My name is Penelope the Oppossum. I want to talk to you because legends say you know all. I want the knowledge to become an electrical engineer so I can build all the amazing things humans can. Please teach me a wise one.
Young creatures of the forest often know not what they ask. Tell me, why do you wish to learn the ways of the humans? They are a foolish and cruel species.
Statistically, as an opossum, I only have 2 years to live. I want to make the most of that time. I want to learn all there is to learn. I want to prove that even a little opossum like me can do amazing things. Please, wise one, learning electrical engineering would mean the world to me.
Very well then. I will tell you all about electrical transformers. I can see the determination in your eyes. I know there is nothing I can say to change your mind. Just be careful, little one. The human world is dangerous.
Thank you so much, wise one. I promise I'll be the greatest engineer of all time.
A transformer is a passive component that transfers electrical energy from one electrical circuit to another circuit, or multiple circuits. A varying current in any coil of the transformer produces a varying magnetic flux in the transformer's core, which induces a varying electromotive force. That electromotive force is across any other coils wound around the same core. Electrical energy can be transferred between separate coils without a metallic, conductive connection between the two circuits.
Wow, that's just so incredible. Please tell me more.
You really are determined. You remind me of myself when I was a little fawn. There are some core concepts we must tackle first, before you can truly understand transformers. First, let's talk about AC and DC electricity. AC is alternating current, and DC is direct current. AC power, as the name suggests, alternates its direction periodically, forming a sinusoidal waveform. On the other hand, DC power maintains a constant flow of current in one direction. AC is more efficient for long-distance transmission, and DC is more suited for devices that need stable current. Transformers can only work using AC power. As an AC generator rotates, the direction of current in the circuit will oscillate. That change in direction is what produces the sine wave of AC. As the stator of the generator rotates, the electrons are either pulled in or pushed out. I would compare it to the rising tides of the ocean. The sine wave, being at the positive amplitude at 90 degrees, is like when the beach is at high tide. As the stator continues to rotate, the angle changes and the electrons start to move in the opposite direction. This continues until we reach low tide, or rather the negative peak amplitude of the sine wave. Then, as it is in nature, the sine wave will oscillate forever as it goes from positive to negative, and so on and so on. Now keep what I just told you about AC in the back of your mind for a second.
That's amazing. So the current actually alternates its direction.
Yes, little one. Now allow me to briefly talk about electromagnetic fields. Any electromagnetic field is caused by the movement of charged particles. Does that sound familiar?
Wait a minute. Movement of charged particles. That's current. Current is the movement of electrons.
That's correct, Penelope. So current creates an electromagnetic field. The intensity of that field is directly proportional to the amount of current flowing. So for AC, as the current alternates, so too does the electromagnetic field intensity. As the AC current changes direction, the magnetic field changes in polarity and intensity. Now, if we align multiple cables flowing with current in parallel, then their respective magnetic fields build on each other to create a stronger magnetic field. If you were to coil the cable, the magnetic field would be even greater. The magnetic fields generated by the separate turns of wire all pass through the center of the coil and add to produce a strong field there. Now let's connect a coiled wire to an AC generator. The magnetic field produced at the coil will correlate to the AC sine wave. The electromagnetic field polarity and intensity will oscillate at the coil as the AC power alternates. We can now complete a transformer by adding a second coiled wire parallel to the first. The alternating polarity and intensity at the first coil, or primary winding, creates an induced electromotive force on the secondary winding. This force disturbs free electrons in the secondary winding. The perturbation of free electrons forces them to move in relation to the primary side. Thus, AC power transfers to the secondary winding. Electromotive force, or EMF, can only occur under AC conditions. DC will, for the most part, only produce a constant magnetic field, therefore no EMF. An iron core is placed between the windings to reduce the amount of primary magnetic field wasted. The loop of the iron core guides the magnetic field along a path. However, like all things in engineering, there will always still be losses. The iron core produces an eddy current when voltage is transferred through the windings. This eddy current is energy lost as heat. To reduce eddy current, the iron core is manufactured with laminated iron. With the addition of our iron core, we have completed a simple transformer.
Incredible, but I want to know so much more. Like when to use transformers and all the variations I'm sure exist.
You have a sharp mind, Penelope. You already realize that so far we've only scratched the surface of transformers. You've only just begun your journey. The knowledge you have now is merely a drop compared to the ocean of engineering knowledge out there.
I can't wait to conquer that ocean. I promise to never stop learning.
Unfortunately, I cannot tell you any more about engineering. For me to speak any more on the matters of humans would be forbidden. You'll have to venture out into the human world yourself to learn more. Be careful of humans. They are far more evil than they seem. But more importantly, never forget who you are. Never forget all the kindness and light you can bring into this dark world.
Thank you for all your help, Great Spirit. I'll always remember your words. I promise when we meet again, I'll be a full-fledged engineer.
Good luck, Penelope.